I would like to remind everyone that this show is brought to you by the Dolphin Wars.
Good evening, everybody. It is King Dolphin Television, episode 228. I am Raymond. I am the author of the Dolphin Wars trilogy, ruler of the greatest pond in YouTube history. And tonight, you know what he does. You know where he is. We are going to have the Fettman on tonight. Evil
sound like you called me the fat man.
No, the Fettman. Before we get started, as always, if you like what we're doing here, if you enjoy the laughs, the interviews, the fun, please like, subscribe, and I'm going to pin the tip thing out there. So if you are so inclined, please put a couple of ducats into the tip jar. The proceeds will be going to help out for PodCon. So we'll be the tip jar will help out for PodCon. So, and if you know anybody you want to. If you do know anybody who can be interviewed, please let me know and I'll reach out to them so we can bring them on here and have a great interview. So we'll get started here by welcoming who we've got right now. Here. Let me take care of some technical stuff. Hey, well, that's coming up. We have my producer, Sandra, Queen Dolphin herself. Now she's going to have a lot of free time, so hopefully she'll help out a lot more in the pod. Love you, honey. We have the great Fez for hire, John Rendell. How you doing, Fez?
Hail, brother John. How about Snort?
We've got the fantabulous first in, last out. They got us Legion Eye,
a.k.a. Troublemaker.
A.k.a. Troublemaker. And, of course, the baddest, hardest working bear out there in the internet. The one, the only. Oh, the one, the only. Start up a fast! You bar. God, scream. We got the Fett, so you know what happens. You know what happens. We're going to see some meme magic tonight. Night. Great show. Great. Okay, so let's see here. Scream yards.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
All right, we got the Fat Man here. How you been doing, buddy?
I'm doing a little hoarse today. I don't know, probably because of the crappy weather we're having here in PA.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm here.
Good. Good. Yeah, it's been really weird, the weather here.
Well, I have to say too that 2024 is already not starting off very well. I am not getting my hopes up for a good year.
No.
I hope I'm wrong. Hope I'm wrong. Not that kind of horse, Snorty.
No. Yeah. That is a little horse. Nah. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Legata says, "Hail to the myth, the legend, the sleazy." And of course,
Sleazy. That's me.
he says, "Same to King Dolphin."
On that note, on the sleazy note,
Yeah.
did you happen to see I posted my YouTube? You know how every week they give you the YouTube recap?
No. Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Well, I got mine and I shared it because I was so proud of it. I'm gonna share the screen right now if you don't mind.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I remember seeing this.
Yes. So apparently, I'm guessing boobs are good for the algorithm. So I may have to do more videos on boobs. Maybe I'm thinking maybe I unlocked the key to the algorithm. Just putting this out there for everybody who's struggling like me to get new subscribers. But
Yeah.
also, I'm doing pretty good in Japan, which was surprising to me. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
Interesting.
So not all news this week was bad.
I still can't figure out how to get the YouTube recaps.
Well, I don't remember that I ever did anything. I just get them sent to my phone.
Oh.
So,
Huh.
I don't know, maybe check your phone every week.
Okay. You mean as a text message?
Yeah, it pops up. Well, I think it's a YouTube. Do you have YouTube Studio on your phone?
No.
I do. Maybe that's why I get it.
Oh, okay.
Because I think it comes through there. So you might want to install that.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty cool. It shows you a lot of the analytics and stuff like that. So.
Oh, okay. That's an amp, not a G. It's not just YouTube thing because I have YouTube.
Yeah, no, because like on the phone it's separate. The YouTube Studio is separate. So.
Okay.
Yeah. That may be why you're not getting them.
I gotcha.
I don't always check them because they're usually depressing to me because I already know that like they're going to tell me that I gained 10 subscribers and I already know that like 9 of them are gone. So I rarely look at it. But this one here I did and I thought it was funny, so I shared it.
Yeah. Well, it's like right now mine is still holding at that 313. That 313 logjam. Got the 315 and then slam.
Yeah, I was really hoping to get at least past 800 before the end of last year, but and I should be over it. But like I said, I gain 10 and I lose 8 or 9.
But are you okay? So are the watches keeping you because 500 is where you could be in monitor.
Yeah, well, no, I don't get enough watch hours. That's why I'm thinking about doing more on the live stream end of things because I've only done the 2 so far, but they've had a lot of views. So
yeah,
I don't find myself entertaining in the least, but I guess somebody does. So
yeah. Well, you're fat.
Yeah.
Legatus brings up the roulette. Take it sleazy thing. Link.
Yeah, he can't let that one go. I wish back in the day we would have had more fans like Legatus because maybe doing that now instead of making memes. Uh-oh, I see a Legally Blonde is here.
Okay. Hello, Illegally Blonde. How are you? Good to see you.
She's actually not feeling well, so
okay.
Not to steal your thunder, Raymond, but if everybody could put an IB in the chat because she's had the flu and she's been really dealing with some stuff. So.
Oh, well, yeah. Let's do the IB. Let's also put CK for Cat Kimmerling, who's still recovering. He's also a friend of the chat. There you go. Let's see. So, let's see. Looking sleazy but not cheesy.
Yeah, I've been known to be cheesy as well. Quite cheesy.
Gets to you, huh? Does anything rhyme with legend? I don't think so.
Hmm.
Great and powerful maker of knobs. Yeah, I just had a piece of pumpkin pie that she made, the last of it. Oh, snip.
I was never a fan of pumpkin pie. Although I do like those little, those seasonal cakes that are made with pumpkin and they look like a pumpkin face. I do love those things, oddly enough.
Let's see. Snort says rear end. He says, my large furry rear end is a legend. Yeah. Okay. And how old the evil genius?
Hail, Snorty.
Okay. Let us say we forgot, or for those new to the pod, what does the evil genius do? Well, the evil genius creates memes at the drop of a hat. Any hat.
Well, I mean, I used to. I haven't been feeling as creative lately. Yeah, you all may have noticed that I'm not putting out the stuff like I used to. Hopefully, that's going to turn around. I don't know. I don't know. Can you get writer's block in the meme world? I guess maybe that's.
I imagine you can.
Yeah. And I also want to take a second to apologize to if anyone's listening, who a lot of people have hit me up for logos and bumpers and things in the YouTube community, and I'm very, very far behind on it. And I just want to take a second to apologize about that. It's just there's so much going on right now. I will get there. Just please be patient with me because I'm kind of known for my quick turnaround. And I hate letting
the least.
I hate letting people down, and this is really, really bothering me. So, I really feel bad about that. So I just want to put that out there. I apologize. I will get my button gear and get on the stuff. So,
okay. I guess not like us, but yeah, you can drop those at the drop of a hat. I've been victimized by quite a few of your meme quick turns, but it's always fun.
Yeah, I guess you could say victimized.
Yeah. Snorter Poopa says, is dolphin tipping like cow tipping? Maybe. Let's see. That's StreamYard. Or boobs.
Hail boobs.
Hail boobs. Boobs are good for everyone. Or as Snort says, huge circles. Big circles.
Well, I'm known for doing the Doomcock pictures, and you know what I call those. So I wouldn't have put it out there if another word would have brought people to my channel. I wouldn't have been proud of that one. Yeah. But I'm proud of the boobs. I was so proud of that. I sent a message to Wendy Webb. and I showed it to her, and I said, just when you thought you couldn't be more proud of me, look at this.
That's great.
John Rendell.
Well, that's what I need to do. I need to put boobs on
yeah, boobs are magical. I mean, we already know that they're magical, but I mean, apparently on YouTube they're magical as well.
The algorithm. Let's see.
Yeah, the darn algorithm. I don't know. I don't get that.
And there's Legally One saying, "What's up, peeps?" Who says, "Show them boobs, you'll get subs."
Oh, you don't want to see my boobs. I'll lose every sub I have.
Or mine. Or mine. Oh. Oh, that's bad.
That's why she's my friend.
Jack. Hello, Jack Lumen. How you doing, sir?
Hail,
Welcome.
Jack Lumen.
Who says, can I trade you my cold for your flu? No. Yeah, nah.
See, that's probably why I have a bias against pumpkin pie, because I'm such a fan of cheesecake. Nothing compares to cheesecake. So
I would not argue there. I would not argue there. Cheesecake is the best.
I've said it before. It is my kryptonite. I have incredible weakness for cheesecake.
Yeah. I could. Yeah, cheesecake done right is just absolutely awesome. But pumpkin pie, it would be coming a close second. You hear that, Pudgy? We're talking pie here.
Yo, Max Redstone.
Max is here. Yeah, I'm kind of streaming down the chat. Good thing you're looking.
Mad Max.
Whereas R.M. Briggs says maximum redstone. Illegally says, I thought I gave you pumpkin pie on your Christmas tray.
You did. I ate it. She did. She sent me an entire Christmas dinner.
Nice.
That's how cool she is.
Oh, cool. Snort says the flu isn't anything to sneeze at. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I hate. Ooh, that kind of flu. Yeah. That needs the right inspiration. Teased enough to get back at you. Nudge, wink, wink.
I don't even know if that would work right now. Honestly, it's like I feel so defeated lately.
Yeah.
I know that doesn't sound very evil, but I don't know.
Good memes don't happen on assembly lines. Good ones come from inspiration and a wicked mind.
True.
Very true.
It's true. That's part of the problem. My wicked mind is just all over the place right now.
Yeah. I know how you feel. It's been slow on my side too, but I've got way too much stuff that's going on. In fact, I gotta do some preparation for a meeting tonight after this. Let's see. Jack Lumen says, I think at best we just infect each other and be worse for wear, but we can dream, huh? Doom boobs. Ooh.
I did make a Doomcock Tomb Raider once. So that was kind of Doom boobs.
Frosted Lucky Boobs. They're magically delicious. I have come here to chew bubblegum and eat the kids' table, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Well, we might have to put some at the kiddie table.
Yeah. Simi is got plenty of boob and butt power. What? Man boobs? No boobs.
No moobs. No moobs at all. Nope.
Nope. Ooh. Cherry cheesecake. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh dear. I gave Fett pie. It probably didn't look like pie after the ride and transport.
No. It was fine. Definitely looked like pie. I knew what it was.
We had It was my mother-in-law's birthday a couple of years back when I had my other car. And Sandra made, hold on a second. What did you make for your mom that year?
What?
What cake did you make your mom out of coconut?
Just a coconut cake.
Okay. She made coconut cake for my
I also
mother-in-law.
made a Black Forest cherry cake.
But the coconut was the one that melted on my car.
You know, it's another funny thing.
Hmm.
I love chocolate. Okay.
Yeah.
I love chocolate, but I was never a fan of chocolate cake. It's chocolate cake to me is usually fairly dry. And even when it's moist, I don't know. It's weird. Not a fan of chocolate cake.
Not a fan of chocolate. No, I'm usually a vanilla. I like chocolate too, but I'm a chocolate candy, chocolate cookies.
Oh yeah, anything chocolate but chocolate cake, really, for me.
Mm-hmm. Kit Kats and M&Ms are my favorite candies.
Chocolate wise, I don't know. I always dug when I was a kid. I liked Milky Way. But I don't know. And I know you're not going to like this one because peanut butter, but I do love me a Reese's peanut butter cup every now and then.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. Max like Stone. Eat the kids' table. Eat the kids' table. Okay.
Hey, FKHC 2005 and Dalek 451 are here.
Oh, all right. Hey. Hello, Dalek. Hello, FKHC. Yeah,
Jack Lumen says chocolate cheesecake. Yes. Chocolate ganache cheesecake. Oh yeah, I do like that. But I still prefer regular old cheesecake though. Yeah, I'll eat me some chocolate cheesecake, but nothing beats the original. You know.
Of course not. Of course not.
Boy, I just realized we're beating Just Cuz already. We're already on the food topic.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nothing wrong with that. I changed the subject a little bit. I think I am actually starting. I must be doing pretty good on my base because I'm getting my first calluses. Or it could be just all this, washing of the hands and all the.
Yeah, the more you play, the harder your fingertips will get. And now, I always thought that would be the case forever, but it's not, because I went for a long stretch, probably for a year, not playing. And now that I've been playing again, my fingers are hurting all over again. So you want to keep at it. Keep your fingertips build up so it doesn't bother you.
It's on the sides. Maybe it's the way I'm strumming the strings. I don't use a pick on the bass.
You like to finger it.
Yeah.
Wendy, when you watch this on the replay, Raymond likes to finger it.
That and the G string.
He fingers the G string, Wendy.
Yes. This should get me some subscribers now. Fingering the G string. Let's see.
Or loses some when they see the creep that you're talking to.
Oh, what's this? Max said Redstone was making salmon and stuffed peppers one day and listening to Pudgy on Twitch. I tried to get him to sing some opera. That would be cool if we could do that. That would be cool if Pudgy could do Pudgy opera.
I might have to figure out how we do that dual streaming thing, because I have a Twitch account I created a couple of weeks ago. This guy at work, he's a Twitch streamer, whatever. He does the game thing. And he kept telling me, come on Twitch. And I'm like, I don't game. I don't play games. And he's like, well, you can upload videos. So I was like, I got a lot of short videos. Maybe I'll do that. So I finally created the account, and you can't upload videos anymore. So I go to him. I said, I thought you said you could upload videos. He goes, no, I can't do that anymore. I'm like, you bum. So now I have a Twitch, but I really don't. I from what I understand, you can like live stream on there. So maybe I'll do that with it, figure out how to do, because I have a Rumble too, which I got to stop being so lazy and figure out how to stream to both, because we could be doing this right now on Rumble as well.
Okay.
So, because I get views over there. I don't check it regularly, but I when I upload a video on YouTube, I tend to wait a day or two, and then I'll put it over on Rumble, and my stuff does get views over there. So I should do something with it.
So it's Rumble and Twitch.
Yeah.
I may give it a try.
Although I think for what I do, I think, and I'm really considering it, I think TikTok would be a better thing for me, because I do so many short videos. And I really think I could build up my YouTube subscribers by doing TikTok. I just, we've all heard the nightmares about China stealing our information with TikTok and all that. So I haven't wanted to do it, but I really think that may be phase 2 for Fett for this year.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe Fett will be coming to a TikTok near you.
Snort says there are days when I really don't feel like doing anything but sleep. Hey,
Same here. That's the thing though. I it's like I'm sleepy all day, but I can't sleep when I lay down. My brain just won't turn off. That's normally a good thing. That's why I come up with all the ideas. But right now it's just everything but good ideas now going through my head. So
FKHC says just showed up. First thing I heard was boob and butt. Yep.
Boobs and butts. Boobs and butts.
Why did Boba Fett work alone in Empire Strikes Back? Because he was hunting solo. Yeah. All right.
Yep. Get them bad jokes in here. It's only a year until the next sloppies.
Yep. Start working on your game. Step your game up. Let's see. Chocolate cake needs peanut butter icing.
That might be a toxic combination for me. With I've spoken about it before with the Chiari that I have. My throat is always squished, so that's one of the reasons why I'm having trouble talking today. A dry chocolate cake with dry peanut butter icing, yeah, I'd probably choke to death.
Ooh, can't have that.
Hey, Cobalt Bald Eagle is here.
Which means Pudgy can't be too far behind.
And you know what else that might mean? Somebody else might not be too far behind either.
Oh no!
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying
it. No. Oh, but I had been thinking. Yeah, no comments from the peanut gallery. I was thinking of taking a big risk. And as James Kirk would say, and interviewing he whose name we shall know.
That could be very interesting. That's a good idea. A whole show dedicated to who?
Yeah.
That might be good.
That would be very good. That could be dangerous. That could be very, very dangerous.
Hail to the Comic Relief Crusader.
Hey, Comic. Hey, Comic, how you doing, pal? I think I'm going to start at the bottom of the batting order so I can catch.
Yeah, Jack Lumen says the YouTube algorithm is skewed to shorts now, thanks to TikTok. Yep. I was trying to do more shorts. I should get back on that. But that's a weird thing, too, because I'll put up a short that I think is golden, and it'll get 4 views. I put up something. I literally made a meme of Paul Stanley like a month ago. And I put, because with the shorts, you're not as constrained with like copyright and stuff. So you can put anything on them music wise. So I made a meme of Paul Stanley and I put a Kiss song behind it. And the last I saw it had like 900 some views. So that's kind of a weird thing too, the shorts.
Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Don't use sandpaper on calluses. Ow, that sounds painful.
You know, funny story. Okay. Speaking of calluses, okay, back when my band was recording our album, all right,
Mhm.
at that time, I was working at a it was I'm trying not to give it too many things away. Okay, we used to make wood components for furniture and cabinets.
Mm-hmm.
And I ran a double-headed planer where the panels, you know, I'd plane them to a certain thickness. They come out, and I would have to flip them over and stack them, and you know, send them on their way.
Right.
At the time, so I always had splinters in my hands.
Mhm.
Usually my fingertips. It was no big deal. You know, I was kind of used to it. But when my band was in the studio recording,
Mhm.
the entire time we were recording, I had the worst splinter I've ever had in my life in the palm of my right hand.
Ouch.
And right where I lay, I palm mute when I play guitar. I rest my hand on the strings,
Mhm.
on the bridge. And
Right.
it was excruciating. It was excruciating. So every note, if you guys ever check out the roulette stuff on my channel, take it sleazy included, Legatus. Every single note I played, I was in excruciating pain. I kid you not. The last second that I recorded the last note for that album, the splinter popped out on its own.
Oh, nice.
And it was funny. Well, it wasn't funny at the time, but yeah. So yeah, excruciating pain for that entire album. So, but Fett was a trooper.
Yeah. Great. Always good to be a trooper. Let's see.
Yeah, it was disgusting too. It was like a big water blister, and when it popped out,
Oh,
it was like,
yeah,
man,
I hate
it was
those.
disgusting. Yeah.
I hate those. Ignoring chocolate at the grocery store. Dalek loves chocolate cake. Ow, ow. Never sand fingertip calluses. Oh. Well, happy future birthday, FKHC.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah. Make sure we say it on Frolics.
We might have to point that out to DC.
We should. No. Okay, that's the only. Let's see.
You know, the pineapple thing on pizza, I don't think I've ever had it. And I don't know, everybody might hate me for saying this, but I'm not opposed to it.
Huh. I don't remember if I've ever had the pineapple.
I mean, I love pineapple and I love pizza.
Yeah.
Now I tend to not like sweet things on my food for the most part, but I don't know. I don't think I would mind that. The only thing would be if the pineapple got, too hot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. TikTok's definitely the way of things. That's why YouTube shorts are a thing.
Yeah.
Streaming to more than one platform is easy with StreamYard. If you have basic, you could stream to 3 destinations at once.
See, that's cool because I could do Twitch and Rumble at the same time.
Ooh.
I'm going to look into that. Even, now I wonder if I could do that. No, probably not because it's your channel. I was wondering if I could do like the Just Cousins, put that over on Rumble as well.
Well, we did that with
you did that with Pudgy. Right?
Yeah, we did that with Pudgy.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, we'll have to work out the logistics. Timmy does TikTok despite any protests I've made over the years. Go for it, but no, they're at Facebook levels of censorship.
Oh, God. See, I hate Facebook. I hate Facebook. It's, I've spoken on it many times before, but it's just such a necessary evil that I can't get rid of it. But God, I hate that platform.
Yeah. Yeah, I can live with it or do without.
Yeah, but you didn't get kicked off there for making a stupid meme like I did. So, you know what I mean? They gave me several reasons, but I know what they really were, and I won't talk about them here. But so anyway, it's just like Instagram too. And I'm back on Instagram, and I hate that too because that's just Facebook number 2. But and everybody on there is so fake and everything. But
yeah,
like I said, I had an issue with I created an Imgur account, a while back, and I don't know, they kept blocking my account, so I just got rid of it because Doomcock always said he wishes there was a place where I could have everything, not just the memes, but the GIFs and the short videos and all that stuff. So I had the Imgur, but I don't know, I wasn't kissing there, you know what? So I'm back on Instagram.
Okay. Max Redstone is taking off. Man,
Oh, I see you, Max.
Where?
Have a good night, brother.
Where is it? Let's see. Yep. Just wanted to say hi, and crew, hoping for a great year, maybe even a panel appearance. Who knows? Yes. We'll make that happen. Just let me know. We can have you on. So Fett put his heart and blood and pain into making the album. Well, no wonder it sounds so great.
No, I wouldn't go so far as to say it sounds great, but I was playing pretty good at that time in my life.
Did you know Chuck Norris was in every Star Wars movie? He played the Force. I could see that. Let's see. Oh, Discord.
No. Wait. Does that include the sequels? The Disney trilogy?
I don't think he deigned to.
No. That would have never happened.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
No, Cobalt says Discord. I don't like Discord. I do not like Discord. I did when Rancor Steve first started doing Manorama. He used to go through Discord, and I think I was on the first Manorama. I think, but then I think it was the second time I was supposed to be on. I don't know what happened. I couldn't log into my account. I could not get in. I haven't created another.
It had the same problems.
Yeah, it was a nightmare. And even the few times I was on Manorama when he went through Discord, like it's so confusing because every time if somebody even coughs while someone else is talking, the little tiny screen that you get of the people that are talking changes to the person that coughed. And like if anybody ever watched Manorama, like he would do like a segment where he would show things from Twitter. And they would comment on somebody's stupid tweet. So, right as you're trying to read it, if somebody coughs, it cuts to the cougher instead. So I don't like Discord at all. Not to mention, like, because I had it on my computer and my phone, and like every time I'd restart my computer, it'd be like 50 things would pop up for Discord. And yeah, I don't care for Discord.
And Discord is always going to pop up on your computer, no matter if you want it or not.
Yeah.
I don't like it because I don't like that. It's like Teams, Microsoft Teams, that if you install it the first time, you get it back every single freaking time. So no. But yeah, I have it on my iPad, but that's about it. Dalek says technically you could post videos on Twitch. You can create clips from streams you do there.
Yeah, but can you do videos, just like short videos? Because everything I saw said you can't anymore. They changed their policy on that.
John Rendell says Discord. Duck.
John would say that.
Yeah.
Brother John.
Yeah. Discord, that cord, the other cord.
Or if Illegally Blonde is still here, the Z cord.
Ooh. Hello, Deep.
Hey, Deep. Long time no see, brother.
Yeah, it's been a while. It has been a while. You must be really working on the models and stuff. This is Hail King Dolphin. Hail Fett. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He says he's been busy.
I've been dizzy. Less
All right.
busy, more dizzy.
Yeah, I've been. Oh, there's Pudgy.
There's Pudgy.
There's Pudgy. He says, Pudgy waves, bounces happily, and hugs everyone. You know, Pudgy, Fett and I figured we figured out what we're going to have to get with you and Cobalt about, with King Dolphin taking the ultimate risk and interviewing he whose name we shall not mention on an interview. So I'll talk to you. Let's see. So hail Pudgy, and we're talking about cheesecake and pumpkin pie, Pudge.
Not cookies yet, though.
Not cookies. Yes.
Zip.
Here, the Z chord, huh?
Oh yeah, I fired the first shot tonight, didn't I?
Ah.
I'm asking for it now.
Oh. If you're Pudgy, you need to lose some weight. I don't know. So yeah, I've been actually concentrating more on trying to teach myself the bass than my drumming, but I always think I could probably get back into the drumming fairly easy, I think.
Yeah, well, the nice thing about the bass is you can kind of practice it whenever you want,
Mhm.
because it's not as loud as the drums.
That's true. That's true. I don't know illegally. He would probably get a rebellion. I agree with you, I agree with you illegally, but I think his cats would rebel.
Yeah, she keeps trying to talk me into getting a dog. I was I was married to a dog, and I'm gonna be quiet. I'm glad that dog is out of my life. So anyway, moving on.
Moving on. Dave asks, what days do you live stream?
Oh, me? Well, I've only done 2 so far, and the first one was just on a Saturday when Raymond couldn't do Just Cause. I keep talking about whenever Raymond has to do a Sunday, because I can't make the Sunday shows. Maybe doing that Saturday, because I don't want to step on anybody's toes. The second one I did was just I was bored. I think it was after work or something, and I just came on. So I don't know. I should try to get something down, but like I said, I'm just working through so many issues in my life right now from 1 minute to the next. You know, it's like a switch flips, and I'm like, 1 second I'm singing and happy and everything like that, and then I'm miserable, and I just don't want to come on and drag everybody down. But eventually I want to get on some sort of schedule, because I've been, like I said, I've been talking to a couple people about, doing some kind of music related thing, including Illegally Blonde. I'm trying to get her to join me, and maybe even on the Just Cause on Saturdays.
That would work. That would work.
Yeah, Legata says I seem to average 7+ hours. Yeah, I almost wish I wouldn't have set that standard now. First one was what, 10.5 hours. Second was 7 hours. And the 7-hour one was because I started late. But and it's funny because normally I don't think I have anything to talk about. So I never would have thought I would have went 7 minutes. But I don't know. Well, I'm surprised at my age I can avoid having to go to the bathroom that long.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Huh. A musical Just Cause. I keep trying to do that. We need to make that. We need to find a way to make it happen. We have Lenrod doing it. We've got Fett who can. FKHC says, married to a dog. Oh, great. This stream has just gone to some Jerry Springer territory.
Oh, if you only knew. Oh, man, if you only knew. I need to like write a book or something. I really do.
Well, you know a writer. You probably know a few writers.
Yeah.
Let's see. Polar bear makes great pets, just saying. Yeah, but what happens if you piss off said polar bear by not giving him his treat? You become the treat.
You become the taco. We know what happens when you don't feed the polar bear.
Yeah, you become the taco. Let's see. Yeah, but we've got to find a way to do a musical just because.
I still want to get, like I was talking about, getting like a laptop or something and hooking my other mic up into that so I can mic my guitar so it sounds better. And I don't have to keep changing my settings on this stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fett was spending a lot of money on flea collars for his dog. No, she was spending all my money. I couldn't. Yeah, anyway, long story.
Yeah. What about a pre-recorded song done by each of us, edited together into a video thing? I think Fett and Lenrod would know what I mean.
Kind of like everyone was doing back in the quarantine days.
Yeah. That would be interesting. That would be very interesting. Maybe that would be something. Maybe that would be something we can arrange for PodCon, because Lenrod already said he's bringing his instruments for PodCon. Hello, Phantom Outsider.
Hail P.O.
P.O. That rhymes with B.O. Oh, I did not say that.
Whoa.
Let's see. When you don't feel the polar bear, eventually the polar bear feeds himself, and then everybody's on the menu. Hello, Phantom Outsider.
You know what? I hope I'm not giving Snort any ideas here, but he does know how to operate the transporter on the Enterprise. I wonder if he's ever thought about just beaming people right into his belly.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that. I think we talked about that this past Saturday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we talked about him beaming him right into his belly. Get in my belly. The guy that says, since you do a lot of memes and special request images, is that sort of what you currently do for a living, working with images, or is this just a hobby?
It's just a hobby. I wish I could do it for a living, but for one, I'd have to start charging people. People constantly ask me, what I want for it, and I don't know. I'm stupid, and I say nothing. Because I don't consider myself a professional. I never went to school for any of this stuff. Like I said, I've already said it 100 times on here, I guess, but it was just something I stumbled on because I couldn't use my hands for a long time, and I still have issues with my hands. And it's, I never even thought about making graphics or even doing this YouTube thing.
Yeah.
It's like if you saw me on the street, if it was me and a couple other people, and you came up and talked to all of us, I would be the one who said the least. Mm-hmm. So I never would have thought I'd have a microphone in front of my face and be coming on live streams. Never. So this is like weird.
Yeah, well, you do it real well. I wish I could do half as good.
Well, you're talking about the images.
Yeah, the images.
Well, see, you have
chatting
a
on
life.
YouTube.
You have a life. I can sit around and tinker with these things.
Uh, yeah.
I mean,
Let's see.
if I can do it, anyone can do it. That's the funny part.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess there's a little talent involved in coming up with the idea, but I mean, I was always when I was in the band, I was always one of the main songwriters. Me and
Hmm.
another guy. I've always been creative.
Oh yeah, and it's
I mean, I used to draw a lot too when I was a kid. I was the kid back in school. I was the kid, in one stage. I was the kid that everybody came to draw on their book covers and stuff. In the beginning, it was, I was real good at drawing, like, the Dukes of Hazzard, General Lee, or then I became really good at drawing the space shuttle. And then in high school, I was drawing, band logos on everybody's books and stuff. I was always the guy that came to that. Now I haven't drawn in a long time. I'm sure I could get back into it. I used to be pretty decent, but everything I do now is pretty much, on the computer. It's all,
yeah.
There is an occasion where and usually when I draw something, it's on an app or something,
Uh-huh.
it's not really pen to paper or anything.
Illegally Blonde says, Fett made my YouTube banner. I love his work. Yeah.
I did. I just made her another one too. Like I said, I'm hoping she's going to do something with her channel, and maybe you'll hear more from her coming up. Because we both kind of need a hobby, I think. Her and I.
Yeah. Well, illegally, anytime you want to come on and visit the pod, you are more than welcome. And Snorter Poopers just answered the question. I've never used a transporter for such immoral purposes. Burp.
And we believe you, Snort.
Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, right. Yep, he's shy.
Yeah, I've been known to be. One of the reasons why I'm hardly ever on camera. I can't even stand hearing myself, let alone seeing myself.
Because it's so different. So different hearing yourself under a mic or on recording, and then
it's funny because it's like I hear myself on a live stream or something, and man, I hear my brother. It's funny.
Let's see. Snort only uses a transporter to beam meals near him. He'd never beam them directly into his belly because he enjoys using his claws and having dinner theater.
Yeah, he would lose out on the flavor too. So yeah. No, it's not Snort's thing.
No, it's not Snort's thing. I had art class with Fett. He can draw.
Yeah, I used to be pretty good at it.
Yay, we can always use some more dirty stories with the evil genius. Oh, see, Legatus is
Legatus. Listen, do not encourage her, or you will pay. Do not encourage her.
Sure, you want it. And just like you would never exterminate anybody. Oh boy. Yeah. I find, yeah, I'm one. I hated my voice when I record.
Oh, me too. That's all that roulette stuff. I was on some of the backing vocals, usually just the gang stuff, like the haze and stuff. That's it. That's how you get out of me.
Yeah. That's why I kind of don't go back and listen to there's two reasons I won't go back to listening some of the streams, because one, I'm not all that thrilled about hearing myself, but also I don't want to skew the views. The algorithm is so fickle as it is. Let's see. What's this? Oh, illegally blondes trying to get bribed.
They're trying to get her to dish out some dirt on me is what they're trying to do.
See.
They're
Nice.
gonna you know how I was saying earlier that I haven't been inspired to make memes and things lately?
Uh-huh.
Keep it up, Legatus and Snort, and I might be inspired all over again.
Oh, John's got a good one. Pudgy and Fett opera duet. Ooh,
Opera.
Pudgy Pavarotti. Yeah, Pudgy Pavarotti.
I think the only opera I know is I see a little silhouette of a man.
Scaramouche, Scaramouche. Fett wanted to get inspired to do what he does. I'm only trying to help. That's what fiends, friends are for. There's some escalating over here. There's some escalating. That is saying, Snort is 6:57 p.m.
He's gonna light the fires.
Yes, I've got the time started. Yes, Snort is saying, I dares you. I double dares you. You know what happens when a dare comes up. Never dare the Fett.
Yes, it's kind of like poking the bear.
Yes.
You should know about that, Snort.
Yeah. Gonna need more than a 5.
I'm honored. I thought you'd sell me out for much less than that.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Double dare you with a cherry cheesecake on top. Oh boy.
Well, for a cherry cheesecake, I might dish out some dirt on myself. That's what it would take, cheesecake. What do you want to know?
Made by Sandra. On a live Cooking with Sandra segment. Ooh.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. Now he'd probably give his whole life story from conception to now.
Well, I'd have to save some because I would want more cheesecake down the road. I couldn't give it all out.
Yeah, that's true. Cues the Mission Impossible music. The fuse is lit. Dun, 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 dun. So lucky Fett has no dirt on me. Wait a minute, crap. Oh, Fett has got. If you've been victimized by a meme, by a Fett meme, he's got something on you.
Actually, if you've been victimized by Fett, that means you're my friend.
Okay,
that's what that means for the most part.
Okay.
I mean, there are a couple of dumbasses that got coming to him, but anyway.
Ooh, I'm not your ex, Fett.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, I think she's referring to selling me out for much less than that. Yeah.
Oh, so. Oh dear, my panel's bad tonight. They're really bad. You're doing it wrong. You hold off for at least 5 figures, action figures, and get 2 of them. Got to work the opportunity.
See, now about 3 years ago, I would have probably sold myself out for a few action figures, but I can't. I was just in Walmart today, and I did go back and I looked at the Star Wars action figures, and there were actually even a couple there that I would like to have had. But honestly, I cannot give Disney a dime.
No, neither can I.
I know Dalek's rolling his eyes right now because he hates when we bring up Disney, but I never would have thought I'd be in a position where I didn't want to buy a Star Wars action figure. And I can afford to do so now. That's the kicker. I went through a few years where I had to pinch pennies and everything just to get an action figure. I could actually have bought a couple of figures today, and I walked out of the store without them.
Wow. Hey, dead man. Walking.
Hey, dead man walking.
How you
What's up,
doing?
man?
Now Sandra's getting in on it.
What's that?
Oh, Sandra. Sandra's saying to Legally Blonde, make him bring you to PodCon. You can tell us all the juicy details there.
Why is everybody ganging up on Fett today? Sandra, I expected more from you.
Oh, hey, I haven't done it. Hey, you still got a friend in me.
All I can say is if Illegally Blonde does ever dish out dirt on me, there's two sides to every story, and I want to say my piece. Well, I'm saying.
All right. Dolphin Povich. How about Dolphin Povich? PodCon.
Actually, there's not much dirt to dish on me. I'm one of the most boring people you ever meet.
Ah, okay.
Sorta, I guess.
Hey, you're a musician. There's usually some dirt.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, Nort. That's so true. We loves you very much. We really do.
Well, I love you guys too.
Yeah.
I know you're only picking on me because same way, like I meme you guys. It's one of those things, a mutual harassment society.
Uh-huh. But the timer's still on, guys. He hasn't ended the show. We haven't ended the show yet. I'm sure. I think the only reason he's not doing anything is we're being it's not, you're being talked to, you're being interviewed, so you don't have time to actually do them. I mean, of course, I could be wrong. I've seen that too. Let's see. If Sandra provides Fett with several dozen cookies and 2 cheesecakes, ooh, 2 cheesecakes. Now that's an ante.
Yeah, you don't even need the cookies. You wouldn't even need the cookies, honestly.
Yeah.
Although I wouldn't turn any cookie away though either.
Yeah, that's true. Legata says a Hollywood roast pod style. Yep.
Why did I have to be the lucky one of the first inaugural King Dolphin TV Hollywood roast?
Well, hey, we haven't said that yet.
I guess I deserve it, though. I mean, I guess I deserve it. I've been, putting you guys in, weird situations meme-wise for, 2 years now?
2 years? Over? Yeah, 2 years. Yeah. And it's been a hell of a ride. It's been a hell of a ride.
It has, man. I remember when you first called me with the idea for this.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, no, I don't do live streams. I can't do this. And then when Pudgy showed up and I'm hearing this
little hedgehog
talking, and I'm like, this is weird. This is not Fett's thing. But here we are 2 years later. It's like, it is Fett's thing.
Yeah, 2 years and 2 years and what? 2 years? Let's see, October, November, December. 2.25 years. Yeah, and what a heck of a ride. But the cookies are for Snorty. You think you can walk away with 2 cheesecakes and nothing for the bear?
Well, I think you need a heck of a lot of cookies to make Snort happy.
That's true. That's true. Snotty. Oh, I like that one. but he's saying oh, blame it on the spell check. You know what you wanted to say. You wanted to call him snotty.
Yeah, I actually thought that was funny because I was picturing him at the transporter console as Snotty, with the red shirt. And
Yeah.
Captain.
Yes. Yeah. Let's see. Or one huge cookie for Snort. Huge. Oh, the more I think of all you guys coming out for PodCon, I think it's going to be epic. I really think it's going to be epic.
It's going to be weird to, see everybody in person.
Yeah.
Because it was strange, when I met John.
Yeah.
Driving up, I was like, I don't know. I wasn't even thinking about it. But then he was standing there in the parking lot when I was pulling in. I was like, man, there's John. John's standing right there. It's so weird. It was weird, man.
Yeah. Well, it was great when we actually ran into Cobalt and Pudgy. Cobalt was definitely not what I expected, but a great guy.
Cool.
And Pudgy is Pudgy. You saw Pudgy and Mini Snort together. Oh my god.
Yeah, when I saw those pictures, man, I was like, I wasn't even there, and I was like, hey, there's Pudgy. Pudgy's there.
Uh-huh. Getting photobomb. He was doing some photobombing.
Yeah.
Yes, he was doing some photobombing with the cadets and at the signing event. John was so happy to finally meet you. Well, think of what's going to happen when we have when it's you, John, it's you, Fett, Sandra, me, Pudgy, and Cobalt. Hopefully, the Snort. He says, there it is. If I can summon the money to go, I'll be crammed inside a rubber human suit and quite anonymous. That's true, Pat. That is true.
That's a good plan. I like that plan.
Mm-hmm.
Sacrifice the cookies.
Yeah.
Escape with the cheesecake.
Yeah.
That's a good plan. I love it when a plan comes together.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I like that, John. The pod assembles. Hey, and I can if I can find a way to get an industrial size color printer, I can put the poster. I'd have to figure out which one to use because there are just so many good ones of the pod. There's so many good ones of the pod. I'd have to really figure out which one I would make into a poster. Because each one got subsequently better.
Well, I mean, it's such a special event. I mean, I'd probably come up with something new.
All right.
I mean, if that wouldn't inspire me to make a graphic, I don't know what would.
All right. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Let me know. My nephew has access to a huge printer at his office. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Legatus asks, so was John Rendell the first of the pod to meet Fett for Hire in person, not including Legally Blonde? Yeah. I guess he was first, yeah.
In person, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we live pretty close, so
yeah. And Cobalt and Pudgy was the first one to meet King Dolphin. of the pod. Another good rule of thumb is remember you don't need to outrun the polar bear, just be faster than the people you tripped.
True.
Yeah, very true. Very true. So, so how long? I don't know if you told me this before, but how long were you with this band, Roulette?
It's actually a weird question because the drummer and I were pretty much together forever.
Mhm.
The band, geez, I can't even remember what year I met him. It was probably mid 80s. And I mean, we went from like we started out as a thrash metal band, we became like a progressive metal band, and I don't even know how we became Roulette. But I was I never wanted to do that kind of music,
Mhm.
but I was just glad to be playing. And so the Roulette thing, geez, that was probably a good 5 years.
Mhm.
That version of the band, probably around that.
So you've had it was like you and the drummer, and you brought in session musicians.
Yeah, it was well, yeah. That everyone else is pretty much a revolving door. But actually, little trivia here: the guy that played the bass on the Roulette stuff, that's my nephew.
Oh, okay.
I think I told this story before, but my oldest sister, she's like 15 years older than me.
Mhm.
So her kids and I were just about the same age. So she had 3 sons, and those 3 of my nephews, we were actually more like brothers than my actual brother. Because my real brother was 12 years older than me. So like I have 2 sisters and a brother, which my brother has passed away now, but they were all grown up and out of that house by the time I was growing up. So my nephews actually came up, they stayed at my house all the time, and we were like brothers. So but technically he's my nephew who played the bass on that.
Oh, okay.
Funny thing is his name is Jeremy, but we always called him Germ. And when we were trying to decide what was going to get put inside the album name wise, he went with Germ. And we're like, you want to be Germ? He goes, yeah. It's like flea. I was like, okay. So yeah, he's credited as Germ. Yeah.
Germ.
Another funny thing too, I forget who came up with it, but instead of putting, you read the musicians, it's usually, lead singer, whatever, guitar player. Somebody thought it was really cool to put that the vocalist was the lead singer. I was the axe slinger, the guitar player. The bass player was the 4 stringer, and the drummer was the stick swinger.
Oh,
so yeah, little embarrassing, but that's how it's credited in and then another funny thing too was I was also credited. My nickname back then was Hardcore. Kind of like the evil genius is now. How I said the evil genius to me is like I'm not evil and I'm not really a genius, so it's funny to me. The hardcore thing was funny as well. My one friend used to call me Core all the time. Matter of fact, Illegally Blind calls me Core. They used to call me Core all the time. So my one buddy was like, "Oh, okay, so you're hardcore." And the fact that I'm not hardcore was why I rolled with it. So,
okay.
But yeah, I've had many nicknames in my lifetime. Hardcore was like the first one. So.
Okay. Stop it. Let's see here.
It's like, because people, I get called, even my dad was known as McGee. And to this day, I'll talk to people, and because my dad's real name was Raymond. I think I told you this before. My dad and my brother were Raymond Sr. and Raymond Jr., and they have both passed now. That's why I always tell you, Raymond, you're the only Raymond I have left. But he went by McGee because from the time he was younger, he was big into the CB, and his CB handle was Fibber McGee, and everyone just called him McGee. So to this day, if people, if I'm talking to someone, I'm like, "Oh yeah, my dad, Ray," and they're like, "Who's that?" And I'd be like, McGee. Oh, okay, I know McGee. But yeah. And it's funny because when, people, I'll get the nickname, and when they finally be like, what is your real name? And I'll tell them my name, and I'll be like, you don't look like a Corey. I'm like, okay, thanks, I guess. It's been my name my entire life. Because my mom, I guess the story of how my mom named me was when she was pregnant with me, she decided on the name. There was a friend of the family named Mark with a C. Mark with a C. So she was going to name me after him, or she was going with Neil. Now, not big on that. I'm not really big on either name, to be honest with you. And from what I understand, right before I was born, she watched some TV show. I can't remember the guy's name, but she watched this TV show where this guy played a character named Corey. And luckily at the last second I was saved, and because I would prefer Corey over Mark, and especially Neil, because my brother-in-law was one of my best friends growing up, and his name is Bob. And I didn't want people to have to say, well, here comes Neil and Bob. So yeah. Anyway,
yeah, that's
no kneeling and no bobbing going on here.
Yeah, that's a living meme.
Yeah.
Illegally says you can't have a band when your ego is as big as that drummer has.
Yep, she knows all about that ego. Yeah, that's what I mean. I've always said the reason what happened with the band there was, life, which it did. I was dumb. I had a kid. I got married young, all of that stupid stuff. But yeah, that member of the band was like, it was like one of those things where we both, he and I wrote the songs and the music. And usually it was a good partnership for a long time, because it would be like, he'd show up with like some lyrics and I'd be like, man, I have this riff and it fit, or vice versa. So a lot of our songs were written by the both of us. One of us would do the lyrics, one would do the music, and we just had this thing. It was kind of like a really cool, like Steven Tyler, Joe Perry, Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley thing going on. But it's like, I don't know, his ego just got out of hand, and everything got to the point where everything I'd write, he'd have to change it in some way. Just to say, like, it was one of those things. So I don't know. And his musical direction too just went, because like I said, we started out as a thrash metal band. I always wanted to be, Megadeth, Creator, Overkill, something like that. And we ended up doing the Roulette stuff, and last stuff I heard him do, man, no disrespect to him, whatever, do your thing, but it sounded like the Cars to me, and that's not where I ever saw myself.
John said, I was named Leopold back in the early Fire Company days.
That was a nickname?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Fibber McGee and Molly. Yeah. He even had a plate on the front. He used to have a 1966 Jeep Gladiator, man. This tank, a really cool truck. He had a plate right on the front of it, said McGee on it.
I'd be honored to be adopted. If I ever adopt a dolphin, I'll have his name legally changed to Raymond Burr. Oh, I like that. I like that. Raymond Burr. Strange that it would be the drummer with the ego. Usually it's LSD, lead singer's disease.
That's the funny thing. The drummer hated the singer. Because we went through so many singers back in the day, and I met this kid in one of my classes back in high school, and he used to like never shut up, and he would sing all the time. And the one day I just said, "What about this guy?" And the drummer could never stand him, but we ended up trying him out, and he was a good fit for the band. I loved his voice, and it became every song I would write. I mean, to this day, if I sit down and I write a song, I'm actually working on one right now for the first time in a long time. But when I sit down and I write a song, I hear his voice, and I often think about getting back in touch with him. I don't know if he still has his voice or whatever, but Steve Kurtz, his name's Steve Kurtz. Okay. Kurtzy. Yeah, I think he went by Kurtzy on the album. That was another thing, because the drummer. Okay, we want to talk about the ego. I won't reveal his last name, but the drummer's name is Steve. And it's not even Steve. His real name is Steven, PH. And he always went out of his way to say, my name's actually Stefan. But see, our singer's name was Steven too, with a V. And the drummer wouldn't let the singer go by his first name because he didn't want two Steves in the band. So he made our singer go by Kurtzy. Kurtzy, I think he was making him go by. Even though he's the one who proclaimed his name was Stefan. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, that's a little part of the ego.
And his newer music sucks.
Yeah, I mean, everything I heard. I hate to say that because I don't mean to knock a fellow musician, especially one who was my best friend at one time, but I don't know what he's thinking. It's like poppy stuff.
Oh, pop stuff.
Yeah.
And to me, it's prog rock or nothing. Some metal. I take that back. I do like some.
If I go a day in my life where I don't hear a metal song, I am just so miserable. Like just today, I listened to the new Judas Priest song. I can't even remember the name of it right now. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. Heavy metal has just, since I discovered heavy metal, there hasn't been a day where I haven't listened. It helps me out so bad. I mean, that's the thing. People knock it. They think it's noise, but if you listen to it, now some of it, the lyrics are out there. But I mean, realistically, bands like Iron Maiden and stuff like that, everybody, they're devil worshippers. No, they're not. Listen to the lyrics. They sing about history and all kind of cool stuff. It's just nothing psychs me up like heavy metal, Now, like I said, I do also, if I'm really depressed, sometimes I want to listen to a depressing song. That's just how I am. But a lot of times it's a ballad by a metal band. I don't know. It just psychs me up.
Yeah. Back in the 80s, I was listening to Iron Maiden and also Saxon. Saxon was good.
I never paid much attention to Saxon until a few years ago. They came out with a song called Red Star Falling. And I fell in love with that song. Now, I don't listen to them still very often, but from time to now that I mentioned this tonight, I'll probably listen to it later tonight. But Red Star Falling is an incredible song.
Might have to check that out. But you got to check out Dallas 3 p.m.
I'll have to write that down.
Yeah. Dallas 3 p.m. That's my favorite of Saxon's songs. Actually,
one of these days I'll have to do. You remember we did that top 5 a long time ago on Just Cause. We'll have to do that again because there are more like metal related things. I think on that one I did, what was it? My top 5 metal bands you probably never heard of but should have. Yeah, I have so much stuff I could do like that because I listen to so much weird stuff. Like being in a small town, growing up in a small town like I did. You would think I wouldn't even heard of most of these bands, but I did. And it's just like, man, it was just such an exciting thing because heavy metal is like Star Wars to me. There are a couple of things in my life like Star Wars that just give me the chills. You hear to this day if I have the TV on and I hear the 20th Century March, start, and it's not followed by Star Wars, I am so disappointed. But when that logo kicks on and you hear John Williams score, to this day I get the chills, right? The same thing would happen when I'd walk into a record store and I'd see like this really killer metal album cover, because that's one of the things I hate about this digital music platform. Being a metal fan, I want the artwork. I need that cover. I want the lyrics inside the album, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons I love Maiden and Megadeth, because they have some of the greatest album artwork of all time. That's another thing I love about heavy metal, because again, I don't consider myself an artist, but man, I love looking at the album covers. Back in the day, you walked in a record store, you saw a really cool album cover, and 9 times out of 10, the music was killer too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's something I missed when they started going into the CD stuff. You had the big the big artwork on big records, and then you lose it when they put them on the little bitty CDs.
Well, that's like when Metallica did the Black Album. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of that album in the first place, but that's like one of the worst covers of all time. Like, I don't even know why that's Spinal Tap. You know, this album it's not black enough. You know, like, I don't know. That just things like that ruin it for me. If there's a bad cover on the album, I'm already biased when I start listening to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I was already kind of biased about it because, you know, okay, I'm going to get some people mad here, but that's really where Metallica sold out the Black Album.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. You go back and you listen to Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, and Master of Puppets. They're masterpieces. It is such a downgrade, the Black Album. Even And Justice for All. People love And Justice for All. I'm gonna piss more people off right now, but I hate One. I hate the song One. I don't care. I don't care if I ever hear that song again. You know, Metallica went. I know I trash them on a regular basis, but I used to love Metallica. But they're the ones who always said they would only ever wear ripped jeans. They would never ride in limos. You know, I remember one year when they said they would never even like accept Grammys and things like that. I remember the one year, I think it was the Grammys, they showed up in the back of a pickup truck with the ripped jeans and everything. And, you know, after that, you know, they said they would never make a video. And then what did they do? Made a video for One. They're right up there with Motley Crue for being some of the biggest hypocrites in metal for me. I don't dispute the fact that they're probably the biggest band that ever existed, but they're the biggest disappointment in metal, in my opinion, because Motley Crue always was kind of lame. They were always kind of cool, but not. So it's not a disappointment to me that they're all a bunch of jackasses. But Metallica, I loved them at one time, and I don't know. Sorry, I didn't mean to get off on this rant, but
no.
I mean, honestly, you know, the album Saint Anger. Have you ever heard the album Saint Anger from Metallica?
No. The only album I actually bought of Metallica is S&M.
Well, the album Saint Anger is unlistenable. Oh. I don't know how anyone can even listen to that. It is utter garbage. I think I've said this on your channel before, but I had a little snare drum when I was a little kid. It was made out of metal, and it sounded like what you think it sounds like. A tin, you know, tinny level. That's what Lars Ulrich's drum. He had such a big head on that album because of the success of, well, it would have been Garage Days Revisited, where they just kind of threw that album together so fans had something to listen to, because that was right after Cliff Burton got killed and Jason Newsted had just come into the band. So they wanted to put something out. And I think it was kind of thrown together. So they had this clicky bass drum sound on that everybody then emulated because they liked it, and which he then reproduced on And Justice for All. So he had such a big head, he thought he was going to reinvent the drum world again by having this garbage sound of a snare drum on that album. I can't even listen to it. You as a drummer, listen to the song Saint Anger one time and you will see what I mean.
Okay.
So again, and I know I don't mean to offend Len Rod. I know he loves Metallica, but most overrated band in history do not deserve their success. I'm sorry, they don't. Kirk Hammett is one of the worst guitar players out there. And I'm saying that, like, I understand there's the debate on, yeah, but he played some iconic stuff. So did Ace Frehley. I love Ace Frehley. He was my idol as a little kid. I wore an Ace Frehley costume for Halloween, for God's sake, multiple years in a row. But he's not a great guitar player. He comes up with some iconic things, but as a musician, he sucks. Like, if you watch something recent with Ace Frehley, it's cringeworthy. It brings me to tears. It's so depressing that he has such a lack of respect for his fans to improve, you know, and give people a good show. I see so many things where some people will go, you know, I saw 3 of his last shows. One of them was great. The other 2 were terrible. Why would you want to do that to your fans? Because at the 2 shows where you sucked, there were people who never saw you before, and that's what they're going to remember.
Mhm.
You know, and again, I love Ace. Never was a fan of Kirk Hammett's because I'm a Dave Mustaine guy, but Kirk Hammett is just, again, so overrated. I don't know. Anyway, didn't mean to do this. But
Legatus asks, hey, this is you coming in and we talking with you. Legatus asks, what subgenre? There's a subgenre of metal.
Oh, there's, dude, you can't. You were talking opera earlier. There's metal opera, you know, power metal, you know, all this stuff. There's so many genres. There's more genres of metal, I think, than any other music on the planet. So what's my favorite? I don't know. I couldn't even tell you. I love just now. Okay, it'll probably be easier. You name it, power metal, thrash. I mean, I've always been a thrash metal fan. Nothing psychs me up like thrash metal, but it'd probably be easier to tell you subgenres I don't like. And like, I don't even know the names of them, but things like Marilyn Manson.
Oh, I hate it.
I can't stand Marilyn Manson. I can't stand, what's even, like that Rage Against the Machine stuff. Tom Morello is an idiot. And people call him a musical genius. I don't see it. I just don't see it. I cannot stand Tom Morello. I can't stand his playing. I've tried to get into System of a Down. I know a lot of people like System of a Down. I can't stand it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Even Rob Zombie. Now, there are a few songs of his I like, but I don't get the Rob Zombie thing. I don't think he's that great of a musician. I really don't. I do. I mean, the song Dragula. I love the song Dragula. But outside of that, I mean, there may be a handful more that I can't think of off the top of my head too, but that stuff I don't like. And that includes, you know, John Five. He's a great guitar player. I don't dispute that. I couldn't play a tenth of what he plays, but I don't get his music. And the fact that he's in Motley Crue right now, I think that's a poor fit, because Mick Mars was another one of those guitar players where he's not a great guitar player. He has come up with some iconic stuff, but he's not a great guitar player. Now you have John Five as a virtuoso having to dumb himself down to be in Motley Crue, a band that has been washed up for decades. Motley Crue is washed up. There's no disputing that. Vince Neil cannot sing. Nikki Sixx cannot play bass. And Tommy Lee is not even the drummer he used to be, because he's been caught using drum tracks. So why John Five would want to dumb himself down, I don't know. That one confuses the hell out of me. I don't understand it.
How about Danzig? What do you think of Danzig?
Oh, I love Danzig. Yeah, I love Danzig. I love the
love
Misfits. Yeah, I love the Misfits. Love Danzig.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to too much of. I don't even know if Danzig has anything new. I think the last thing I listened to was when he did the Elvis album, which I always on my mind is, okay, technically I know it's not really an Elvis song, but that is one of my favorite Elvis songs. Yes, I do listen to Elvis from time to time. And Danzig did a version of Always on My Mind, and he made it so Danzig. I love it. If you haven't heard it, check it out.
Always on My Mind.
Always. Well, he did an. I think it's just called Danzig Sings Elvis or something like that.
Okay, Danzig Sings Elvis.
Now he did a lot of kind of obscure songs, but man, the fact that he did Always on My Mind, my favorite Elvis song, is just killer.
Okay. I'll have to check that out. I do gotta say, I just heard Megadeth do Symphony of Destruction, and that song was my earworm for the last 5 months.
See, I love Symphony of Destruction, but that to me is right up there with like Kiss, Rock and Roll All Night. I don't care if I ever hear that song again. Megadeth is kind of like, Megadeth has so many great songs. If anyone hasn't heard Megadeth's last album, The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead, it's a great album. And it's it covers like their whole career, because they have had differences in their sound over the years. There's a song on there for everyone, I think. And it's worth checking out. The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead.
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to think of.
which is an odd name choice too, because I don't know if everyone out there listening knows this, but Dave Mustaine had throat cancer that he survived. And yeah, the sick, the dying, and the dead.
Have you heard of a band called Graveyard?
Graveyard?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I have.
Oh, okay. They do some pretty good stuff. I don't know if it's I don't know if you'd call it metal or not, or I'm not sure what it is. But when it's hilarious. When you're listening to Pandora, it's the same tense. It's like pop music or a pop radio station. You hear the same 10 songs, but sometimes they come up with a track that makes you say, oh, let me listen to it. Okay, now let me look in Pandora and pull up their things. And then you hear another 10 songs. I don't like Pandora. I'll listen to it, but I really don't like it. Because one, I don't want to pay to get all the songs in the genre. But I hate listening to the same songs over and over again.
Oh, kind of back to I've left out something that I can't stand.
What?
Like all that crap from the 90s, all that grunge stuff.
Uh-huh.
Where everyone sounded like they had marbles in their mouths. Oh, they're all kind of singing like this.
Yeah.
Oh, God, get that out of my face. Get that. I mean, first of all, people acted like that was like the second coming of music and this and that. Listen, disco, right?
Ugh.
No, I can actually listen to disco. Just keep that a secret. But disco, okay, disco was like ruining music, and punk kind of came in and cleaned house. Okay, it was a stripped down, raw version of music. Okay, that's all grunge was. People say grunge was this brand new thing. No, sorry, no, it isn't. It was the new iteration of punk. Okay, I'll admit, hair metal, whatever you want to call it, glam metal. It was too over the top. It needed a break. But people act like this whole new genre of music showed up and Kurt Cobain was such a genius and this, not, and the other thing. Do you people actually listen to his lyrics? I mean, okay, if you think he's a genius, then I'm definitely a genius. Then I am the evil genius. He was no genius. His music is garbage. Nirvana was garbage. All that crap. I mean, there's such a small handful of bands from that era that I can. Alice in Chains was one of them. That even despite the fact that he sometimes sang like he had marbles in his mouth, like the album Dirt is pretty decent. I will give them that. Wood is a great song. I will admit that. Even maybe Soundgarden, and it's only, and I hate to be on the same bandwagon as everyone else, but Chris Cornell had a good voice. That's the only redeeming quality to me about Soundgarden. But I can't stand grunge. I'm glad it's not a thing really anymore.
Good.
And then all that crap that came after that too, we're kind of morphed into rap metal, and I blame Anthrax for that. That's why to this day I'm not that huge of a fan. I never was a huge fan of Anthrax. I love thrash metal, but the fact that they're part of the Big Four, I know that I guess it's technically based on album sales and stuff like that. But man, I could have picked. There are so many other bands, in my opinion, that were more worthy of being part of the Big Four than Anthrax, because that's really the thing that broke them was when they did that. What was it? I'm the Man, where they did the rap. I knew it was all downhill. I knew it was over after that. I knew metal was going in a bad place.
Ooh, John Randall is. He says, "I blame Aerosmith for rap metal."
Oh, Run DMC. Yeah, I didn't even think of
that. Yeah, I've never been a big Aerosmith fan.
Well, that was kind of like more of a novelty thing, I think, though. It didn't really, like, everything didn't cross over. Like, rap kind of became big after that on its own. Like, rap became kind of a big thing after that. But it really didn't start, when it infiltrated everything else was after Anthrax. Like, all the metal bands were rapping all of a sudden and all of that. So I blame Anthrax for that.
John says, if it wasn't for Bush, rock and roll would have ceased to exist in the 90s.
I just heard a song from them. I forgot about that band, but I actually put the radio on coming home from work the other day. And aren't they the one? I don't want to come back down from this cloud. Isn't that them? That was a song that was on the radio. I forgot all about them. Now, his voice was okay, but he didn't sing like he had marbles in his mouth. Although I think that's the only song I know from Bush. And I only know Bush because wasn't he like with Gwen Stefani at one time? And when she was in No Doubt, I thought she was hot, but then that kind of wore off real quick.
Okay.
But Aerosmith, yeah, I don't know. I'm on the fence with Aerosmith. I've always been like one day, most days, I'll probably say I can't stand them. And then one day I'll actually song them pop in my head and I think they're all right. They, to me, are kind of like Nickelback. They're like the original Nickelback, where like the first time I ever heard Nickelback, I thought that guy's voice was pretty good. And then all of a sudden it wasn't. And Steven Tyler's like that for me. Like if I'll go a long time without hearing him and I'll be like, man, he's a pretty good singer. And then after I hear, you know, him doing all that crap, you know, over, it's like, okay, go away. You're gone for another couple years.
Dalek says AC/DC is my favorite band.
They're a band, you know, I don't own a single AC/DC album, I don't think. They're one of those bands where, like, in the beginning, I didn't get them because I was a metalhead. They weren't really metal. They were more like hard rock. But I had to learn AC/DC stuff because, you know, people, you know, like in Wayne's World, there's that funny thing. You can't go in a music store and play Stairway to Heaven. It's not allowed. People, they're sick of it. In my experience, it's AC/DC. Like, I could go, like when I was younger and I used to go in the music store and I'd plug in and play. If I'd play Sabotage or something, nobody knew what it was. But you start playing Back in Black and like everybody turns their heads and looks at you. So you have to know some AC/DC stuff. It's kind of mandatory as a guitar player.
The only AC/DC album I owned was in the 80s, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. That was my only experience with AC/DC, and it was good. I just never got into them afterwards.
I know I told this story on your channel before, but for the people who haven't heard it, when I was a little kid, I rode this school bus with this other kid who was supposedly this huge AC/DC fan, and he would bring his boombox on the bus every day and play AC/DC. And when we would play Dirty Deeds, he would sing a Dirty Jeep, Thunder Jeep. You know, and I'd be like, you know, that's Dirty Deep. No, it's Dirty Jeep, Thunder Jeep. And I'd be like, how is that your favorite band? And I know the words and you don't. But yeah, to this day, when I hear that song, I hear Dirty Jeep, Thunder Jeep. So he ruined it for me.
Oh, God. Oh, well, Fat, we could do this. We could go on and on. We gotta do this again and just talk music and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's funny. I had the guitar here. I didn't even play. I'm doing all the time. That's what I do on my own streams. I break out the guitar, I play for 5 minutes, and I talk. Because before every stream, whether it's yours, mine, whatever, I think, I don't have anything to talk about, and then I end up like talking forever.
Well, it's always good. It's always good when you're on here. Whether it's just cuz or just you coming over here and rapping about music and stuff like that. And I am glad to know you. I'm glad you're my brother from another mother, and that you're a good friend.
Well, you're a good friend too. All you guys, the whole pod. I mean, even when I come on, I think I was just talking to you last Saturday about this. Like halfway through Just Cause, I got really quiet. There's like a switch that's flipping in me lately, and I get quiet, and I'm just glad to be around you guys. I might just be hanging in the background or whatever, but I look forward to hanging with you guys every week. So
we're glad to have you. I'm glad to have you here. But now it's time for
show notes.
Show notes.
Shows with Mr. Ray. Show notes with Sandra too. Mr. Raymond. Raymond, push the button.
All right, show notes. Let me get my thing here. Okay. It's again, it's kind of lean on the interviews. It's kind of lean on the interviews in January. I think everybody's kind of still getting hangover from the holidays. This Saturday we're gonna have Just Cause. You know what happens there? Madness, insanity. Hopefully we'll get some new people coming to join the panel, maybe a Legally Blonde, and we'll see what happens. And a week from today, we're going to continue a review of the Fantastic Four issue 1. We'll do that, and maybe we'll go into another issue if we have time. John Randall says we must meet Illegally Blonde, and I say yes, we should. I've looked at my calendar. Just Causes will be for January. Just Causes will be on Sundays. Not Sundays, Saturdays. Yes, I don't, because I have no away missions on Saturday for this month, and so that is the truncated. Oh wait, no, I'm not done yet. Hold on. On the 24th, Stark of Iron will be on for an interview. So we will have Stark of Iron on the 24th, 21st, or 31st. I will either have the podcast, another comic book review, or who knows what comes out of my crazy mind. And on February 7th, we will have Adam Pask, the artist from Dancing Dog, to show us more of his art. So please, if you've got anybody you want me to interview, bring them on, and I will interview them. Also, I will be on Anti-Derivative Jill's channel on this coming Friday. She's going to be doing a review of Star Trek Nemesis, and I've been invited to come on. That's also Scotty R37's birthday, so I'll be joining her and Scotty on that channel on Friday for that show. So, and that is show notes.
It's time for show notes. It's time for show notes. It's time for show notes with Mr. Raymond and Sandra too. It's time for show notes.
Dun. So that is show notes, and Snortapoopa says, take care of every human, dolphin, doggo, Dalek, ferret, eagle, hedgehog, and pink fairy armadillo. Okay. Yeah, Snort, I'm sorry. I'm probably one of the few people on this planet that like Nemesis. Yeah, it had its problems, but I really like Nemesis.
I like Nemesis.
Yeah, Nemesis was good. So let me, and Dalek 451 says, yay, classic Pudgy. Yes. But yeah, I've got to talk with Cobalt and Pudgy and tell them I'm ready to risk life and limb and invite he whose name shall not be mentioned for an entire 2-hour Wednesday interview. Will we survive the experience?
Hey, I was wondering, real quick, could I play a song on the way out?
Sure, please.
Hold on, I got to change my settings.
Okay.
All right, I think we're good. All right, this song's been stuck in my head all day, so now I want it to be stuck in yours. Keep on rocking in the free world. Keep on rocking in the free world. Okay.
Neil Young. Yep. Neil Young. That was Dalit, that was Neil Young rocking in the free world.
I don't know why that was in my head today. Not really a Neil Young fan, but there it was.
Yes. All right. Okay, so let me, before I thank Fat for coming on board, let me thank who has been here. We had Cobalt Bald Eagle. We had Dad Man Walking. Those feet are made for walking. We had Deef. FKHC2005. The great Illegally Blonde. Hope to see more of you, ma'am. We had Jack Lumen. We had Max Redstone. We got to get you on.
Redstone.
Yep, we got to get you on a panel on Just Cause. Phantom Outsider. The great Phantom Outsider. Polar Bear Teaser Extraordinaire. And of course, the amazing wrenchers who do awesome work here. My producer, Sandra, my other half, maker of Omnums. Love you, baby. We had Feds for Hire, John Rendell. We had Dalek 451. We had the first one in, the last one out.
Troublemaker.
Legatus Legionine. We had the Comic Relief Crusader. And last, but definitely not least, because he will devour you just because he could.
Hey, Agent Pepsi 1.
Oh, Agent Pepsi 1. Hello there. Sorry, you missed it. Check out the rewind.
Oh, you just missed me shooting my mouth off.
Yeah. Hello there, dear. We have to see you on. We've got to see you on Saturday. I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're feeling better and getting over the yucky stuff.
Sending prayers.
Yes. Let's see. And of course, like I said, the biggest, baddest bear on the internet. Flora Poopa! Huber. Dot scream. Ah. Yeah. Okay, that wasn't much of a scream, but oh well. You know what I mean.
It's the thought that counts.
It's the thought that counts. Great show. Great show. The evil genius knocks it out of the park again. All right. So this was great. Fantastic show. It's always great when you're on here.
Don't lie to me, Raymond.
I'm not. It's coming from the heart, man.
Oh, thank you, brother.
So, and as always, you know what he does. You'll see him elsewhere, everywhere. You'll see
Well,
him.
maybe not everywhere, but somewhere.
He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. So beware. And meme master extraordinaire. So you'll see him here on Just Cousins. Every or as many Saturdays as he can make. And yes, think about it. PodCon 2024.
Hashtag PodCon.
Yes, hashtag PodCon. Yes, in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. You thought there was a battle in the 1800 in the Civil War. You haven't seen anything compared to PodCon. Ooh, I like that model. Sandra, write that down. I like it.
I can see it now. I can see the poster, members of the pod, in Civil War garb and bayonets and
Yeah. Hash Brown's PodCon. No. John, focus. Focus. Yes. Yes, focus, John.
that darn food. It's such a distraction.
I know those 80s advertisement spices. Yep. But yes.
In a world.
Yes. So think about it. We're starting to work out the plans, but it will happen. We will all gather, and Gettysburg will never be the same again.
Plans? We don't need no stinking plans.
That's true. We got a polar bear. Why do we need? We got a polar bear and a hedgehog. Why do we need stinking plans?
We'll go wherever we want and people get out of the way.
If I get to go, I'll be recreating Chamberlain's charge at Little Round Top by falling down and rolling down the hill.
I'm going to hold you to that. I want to see that.
Yeah, we're going to put that on video. That will be the next video on YouTube. There's good places to eat in Gettysburg. Yeah. John says, I pay to see that snort. Yeah. And I love it when a plan comes together. All right. So, Fett, great time.
Thank you, sir.
Great time. Glad to have you on. And we'll see you Saturday.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And to the rest of the chat, we will see you Saturday. And we will, I want you all to stay safe. Wherever you're at, stay happy, be well. Let's continue to make some waves, and we will check you out on Saturday. Night all.
Night, everyone.